This is where we left off. We flipped over a heavy cargo, and we're gonna need a heavy crane to rescue it. I'm definitely putting dualies on it. Single tires seem to be a little more tippy. Let's go grab us something to flip that over and load it back up. Oh, there we go. Let's mark that map. That should do it. Let's go get it. I put these dualies on the back instead of the single tires because I think the dualies have better support, like less tippy. It might even get more traction in this mud too. It might use a little more fuel, but we don't care much about that. I'm going to save a Voron AE with a Voron Grad. Should be able to get through this one in high gear. Big brother did it. I could look at this before I bring that truck out with a giant load on it. I was thinking of turning left here around these houses. I believe I can because we have trees. It's gonna be kind of tippy though. I might just go around it. Save myself a little bit of trouble. Goodness. I might have made a good choice getting dualies. Let me see if I can get around this thing without tipping myself. No, 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 no. Make sure I get a good tree. Let me see what time it is. Yeah, it's getting dark. There we go. That should keep me from tipping. Yeah, this ain't. I should have been going a little slower on this area. I think I might need to detach that and flip the truck over and the trailer separately. Let's do that. Okay, now I should get the truck first. That's not looking good at all. We're gonna have to move that before I can load it. Okay, I gotta change trucks again. Will that even attach? It might. Yep. Okay, I just need to get this in a level and load it in a level. How bad is that? I think that might work. Yeah, I'm gonna give that a try. Okay, now I need to probably back down. I don't tip. Okay, let's put the anchor down and see if we can't load a heavy cargo. I think I'm gonna use the winch just for precaution. I don't know what that's gonna do. I better test it. Ooh. Yeah. I'm just gonna I'm gonna have to use that tree for a guardrail. That's crazy. Oh no. At least I didn't get far. I should have not turned this way. I could have went the long way and avoided all that hassle. I may have to call the Toast 420. This is gonna be rough. I'm not going to be able to fit around this bottom side. Let me see if I can just flip that trailer over here. That's not helping. Let's try flipping the truck over. Oh. Look at that. That's a beast. I'm just going to drop the anchor so this won't tip over, and I'll change trucks and drive out from under it. Goodness. I gotta reattach that trailer. I'll just pull it over here with a winch. I'm gonna try to use this tree as a guardrail. Now that might work. Let's get that anchor back in. We're getting plenty of crane experience. Let's get this thing loaded. That might work. Let's try this one more time. Flipped it twice. I'm just going to keep it down here for a minute beside the trees. Yeah, I'm not going to turn left here. I'm going to go on around. because I don't like reloading this all the time. I'm just gonna see if I can make it in one go. This is so deep. Those trenches in the road. I better mark it. That should do it. That's gonna flip. Unless I hook a winch to it. I think that worked. Low gear is almost too fast. Goodness. This is tippy. I should have put dualies on this. We gotta turn this, but if I turn early, that looks like a hillside. And it's gonna flip. I'm already started in on it. Goodness. It's rocking. I think as long as we give it time to quit rocking, it'll be okay. How steep is that hill? Not very steep. At least we got plenty of rain here. Oh my goodness. Goodness, let that settle. I could have took a shortcut here, but I don't think it would have been wise. Gosh. I know this looks like a really smooth road, but it's got some deep craters in it. Oh my goodness. If you fall down into that pit, it'll flip. You gotta drive on the ridges between the tire tracks. Oh my goodness. I gotta get close to that tree. close to the rock. Close to the tree. With guardrails. Low gear just seems too fast, but we gotta do it. Let that settle. Let me see how far we got. Oh, we're there. Yeah, just take it on up. Use the tree as a guardrail. Here we are. Task completed. Mobile telephony. Now we do the assembly and we can call our families. Thanks for your help. Okay, let's go activate another task. I'm gonna have to go to the garage and get a truck. We'll take the Step 310E with a service attachment on it. Let's mark it. That should do it. Let's see how fast this Step 310E can go. This thing's pretty fast. We're doing a long drift. Hot gear looks slow compared to auto. Here's our exit. Here it is. I about overshot my turn a little bit. The wrong turn. Driving through a forest at night is a terrible idea. We sent out a truck with a trailer for a technical assistance mission. The driver got lost, so the truck and the trailer both got stuck on the coast. We have no adequate equipment. We need your help. It's activated. Now we need to track it. Okay, we're tracking. Let's mark it. That should get us there. It shouldn't take too long to get there with this thing. We're beating the shocks off of it. It does some pretty good drifting. Whoa, I lost it there. I should have jammed it up into high before we started up this hill. I'm gonna have to gear it down. Well, that's a tippy looking spot to turn. This is a rough road. Locking the diffs might help. I just noticed I brought a truck that can't hook to the trailer. I'm just going to bring one out here off camera because it's going to take forever to do it. And you already saw the road to get here. I'm just going to repair this thing if it needs it and refuel it. And then I'll bring the other truck here off camera. It don't need any repairs. Good deal. Let's refuel it. And I'll park this thing on the side. I brought the Freightliner out here. He should be able to get the job done. I'm just gonna pull the trailer out there and hook the truck to the back of it. I might be able to just turn around and go back the way I came with this. Probably should have turned this trailer before I grabbed that truck. Oh no! It's got the camera freaking out. The step 310 can flip it back over. I'm gonna hook a winch to that dairy longhorn so I can shut the engine off. Okay, let's go flip it back on its wheels. We didn't bring two trucks for nothing, but we could have brought them both together. If I can get that trailer unwedged from it, that truck should roll on over. It fell right back down there. It might stay there. I knocked it right back over. Oops, I grabbed the wrong thing. This time I'll try not to bump it. Somehow I still tapped it. I should be able to push this truck on over pretty easy. There we go. I probably could have done that with a winch, but that was a lot more fun. I'm not going to try going out the same way we came in. I'm going to go another way. I'm going to try to mark it. That might get us there. I'm going to turn this rig around. really had to earn my keep today. The last job was pretty rough. I'm gonna need diff locks here. Look how muddy that trailer is. You think they'll notice? The heavy rain might wash it off by the time we get there, but as long as we bring it to them, it don't really matter what condition it's in. There is a road going up this way. Now how did I hook to the wrong truck? I'll just pull that other truck up here with a step 310 and then I'll hook to it and pull it on in. It's already hooked up and pointing in the right direction. I don't want to mess with it, so I just make it easier and use this truck. That'll work. Okay, we got it started out. I'm gonna pull it a little closer. Okay, let's lock in the diffs and get up the hill. That was a little bit rough. I hope that's not any indication on how rough the rest of this trip's gonna be. These are some extremely rough roads. I'm gonna have to drop this trailer on the hill to keep from tipping. I'm gonna pull it down here with a winch and use it as a guardrail for that other truck. This might be a little bit of padding to keep that truck from rolling over if it tries to. This is a time-consuming section. I'm bringing the step 10 up off camera. Yeah, I tipped that fuel trailer over, but we can turn it back over easily. Okay, I'm gonna jump over there between the other two trees. I might be able to pull it down from this side. Okay, now we're ramming it. This is extremely tippy. We're just gonna push it right on around. That looks like it might work. This place is a mess. Whenever I can start getting traction without diff locks, that's a good spot where I can hook to it, lock the diffs in, and pull it through. I'm gonna pull this thing out of the water and then I'll grab that trailer. What's it getting hung on? Most likely a dead limb, and we broke it. As long as it's out of the water enough to get traction. The Step 310E made a great support vehicle. I almost rolled it too much. Now we're going to be able to start a convoy. We have another switchback down the road. I'm sure it will be just as bad. Let's get rolling. The only reason that truck's having any trouble is because you can't use diff lock when you're towing it. I'm not going over the top of that big rock. It looks like we're going to run over a few trees. What's it hung on? I'll just back it up a little bit and try to get it unwedged. That should have pulled it away. We can't knock that tree down. It's getting dark. I'm going to change the time. We're out of the bushes now. It's not really too bad towing that thing. I think those dually tires are a major key to how well this truck does. It's struggling now. This is how rough it is when you can't use diff locks on the truck you're towing. If the Dairy Longhorn had the differentials locked in, it could push me up this. You like a challenge. This place won't let you down. Okay, we've made it to the other switchback. I'm gonna have to cut some of this for time, but it's pretty much the same procedure as we did on that last switchback. I brought the step 310 up here. I'm pulling this truck around the pole, and then I'll try to grab that trailer. I gotta reconnect the winch to shut that thing off. Let's grab that trailer. Now let's roll that thing back over. It did a barrel roll. I have to move that step 310E. I'm just gonna pull that tank back over on its wheels, and I'm gonna take this thing down the road somewhere and park it. That looks good enough for me. I have to find a place to park this without it flipping over the hill. This looks good. Just jumping in this truck caused that trailer to roll. It stopped like magic. I just have to pull this truck down the hill far enough to where I can get that trailer and hook to it. Good deal, the pole caught it. I tried to stop that dairy longhorn a lot sooner. That's the last switchback we have to deal with. It's going to be a straight shot from here. Goodness, the trailer isn't doing well. I had to drop that thing because it was pushing the trailer. That might work. Let's get it in. It's going to be tight. I was cooking the diffs. Let's cook the wheels. That old step 310E pulled us out of a few bounds. I'm gonna just stop and look at this scenery. This is a beautiful place. Hey, if you guys like watching these videos, you should subscribe. Maybe hit the bell icon. It wouldn't do any good to get any speed up because we're turning in right over here. This is the place. I'm gonna swing it as light as I can. Oh, I beat that thing up. Task completed. The wrong turn. Hurrah! The vehicles are safe. Had we lost the tank, it would have cost us a fortune. As a token of our gratitude, please accept some resources from our warehouse.